Buenos dias, guys. ¿Cómo estás? It's Prox SMG Gods. I know I haven't been back in about 2 weeks. I had a little family emergency. Just about, I'll say, 3 weeks ago, maybe. We had to go up on Sunday, right about around noon, and my grandmother had a stroke. So we had to take care of a family emergency. So I hope you understand the non-rush attitude I had about getting back, because I was really concerned more about my family at that point rather than what was going on here. Now, trust me, I love you guys. I'm concerned about what's going on here more than school, but family always comes first. Even with big YouTubers, family is the heart and soul of what keeps them in the real world. They don't have a real job per se. Their job is like entertainment. Like if you went to a TV studio every week and you were a cameraman, that's your job. You're there for the filming. So you have an entertainment job. You have a job to do to keep people entertained. And that's the kind of job it is here. But it's not a career. Get that in your head. As filmmaking might be a career, YouTube's not a career. Alright? YouTube is, even as the big guys, when they're first starting out, you've got to think of it as, this is not a career. You've got to get in your head, this is a hobby. Alright? And as you build up, even if it technically is a career, it's best to just, stay safe and always have a backup plan, a backup income in case something goes wrong. Like, you need to have some talents, or maybe a school degree in case YouTube goes, in case it hits the bed and croaks. You need to have a solid skill set that you can rely on to get another job. And I know that's a little far down the road for me, but I just wanted to explain, why I was gone and why I haven't been back in so long. But more importantly to the gameplay, this is Little Mob of the Dead. It just came out on PS3, and as you guys know, I'm a full-on PS3 gamer. So we can take a look at it here for a second. You see, I have the Hell's Retriever, the ray gun, and the new Tommy gun. I forgot, it's like the M1219 or something along that line, M1218. But I think it's a pretty good setup. The Tommy gun is a pretty good fast-firing gun. It's a great gun. You just run out of ammo really fast when you have it upgraded, and especially if you have double tap on it. But it's a great gun. I love it. I just don't think upgrading it is... I mean, it's worth it, but the time it takes for you to go back again to Pack-a-Punch, I'm not even sure if you can Pack-a-Punch it twice. I haven't tried, because honestly, I ran out of ammo so quick, I just bought another gun. But you'll see we're doing a little work over here on the Golden Gate. We'll stay here for a couple rounds, and I'll say one thing: the ray gun is a really neat thing to have, because it's so easy to kill Brutus with the ray gun. The ray gun is Brutus's like kryptonite. You'll see here as one of them comes in, I just start unleashing on him, and it doesn't take long at all to kill this sucker. It's a quick little kill. If you need some points, or if you need you need to make things less hectic. Brutus does make things hectic, so that'll definitely help you. But moving on to more of the nerd aspect of the game, I'm not quite sure how the Easter egg works out. We've tried it once, and we got close, but a couple bad decisions on some teammates I won't mention, and the whole game went downhill. But apparently you can see, yes, this is unrealistic, because you saw on the plane ride, we flew over here and we fell like 200 feet to the ground. Now, honestly, that would kill everyone. But, supposedly you're supposed to be dead in this game. You're in Afterlife, and, I'm pretty sure electric shock kills you. So, yeah, I think that's the whole point. But, the only thing I don't like about Afterlife is, or, going to the bridge, is when you come back, you've got to reload your gun. Well, not necessarily reload, but what is it? You spin that little dial on the ray gun. That makes me mad. I want to shoot now, if you know what I mean, bruh. You know, a ray gun's one of those guns where once you get it, you don't. The worst thing about a ray gun is having to reload, because it's probably one of the slowest reloading guns, even if you don't have speed cola. Because if you ever play with a ray gun without speed cola, it's terrible. You know, you can't reload cancel with the thing. It's almost impossible because it takes so long to reload. You've got to reload, then you've got to listen. You've got to listen for like 2 little diodes inside it charging up, and then once those things charge up, then you can reload cancel. And it's super tricky to try to get down. And I just think having speed cola on this map is a must-have. So I think tips for for starters is go ahead and buy any appealing perks you might have before you go down the gondola or before you buy doors and make your way down. It's extremely difficult to try to go back and get perks, and I think, yeah, if you can tell, I did buy double tap before I bought jug. But at the beginning of this game, you can see it's round 16, so obviously. But at the beginning of the game, I had bought speed cola before I bought jug because we were already on the speed cola room. We were on the speed cola level, and I figured, might as well save up and go ahead and get it now. That way, I'll already have it, and while I'm trying to get up the money to get jug, I don't have to worry about dying while reloading. And it's just much easier if you go ahead and get it now than later. But I guess another tip is, roll as a group. It's a really hard map to try to divide up. You can't divide and conquer this map really good. The best thing to do is just everyone stick together and watch each other's back, and I think you'll have a good game. We go to around like 20 something. It's like our second game apiece. No one's ever, I haven't watched any videos on this map particularly. I might have watched one video, but it was like 2 months ago, so I don't even remember it. I couldn't even remember what it looked like. Couldn't remember anything about it. The only thing I had watched was a multiplayer video or two on the multiplayer maps. But I haven't watched much. I try not to because, in my personal opinion, you figuring out the map for yourself customizes the map for you, and you get a feel for the map better if you go around it and discover things yourself. Like, because imagine the first person ever to play these maps has to do that. And, those first people, generally those first people are really good players. Because they know the map like the back of their hand. They know everything about the map. And plus, opposed to watching a whole bunch of videos and going and playing and just doing stuff you see other people do, you can figure out training spots by yourself. You don't have to oh look, over here by the dock is a great training spot. You can get in the game and figure out training spots on your own. And that way, if you figure them out, they're going to be perfect for you because you've tried and tested them. That they work because you've been doing them. So you say, hey, I trained here last round and it didn't look that bad. It didn't look like it would bunch up in the later rounds, because that's one thing you have to remember. You have to remember when you're finding training spots, will this get bad later on? It's all right now, but will it get bad later on? Because that's the true test if you're trying to go for higher rounds. You've got to think, 10 rounds ahead of yourself. You gotta think 2 steps ahead. You gotta think, all right, what I'm doing now. It's good right now. The guns I have right now, are they good? Yes, they're good right now. Do I need to make some upgrades? Do I need to find a different spot? So that in the later rounds, I will be prepared. Because the whole thing is just about preparation. Like in this map, you can't leave crawlers. Unless you have someone stick with a crawler and play with it. That's what she said. It's impossible. You can't leave crawlers. You've got to leave a runner, or if you can somehow manage to keep a walker alive, you know. And it's a little irritating. You can't leave a crawler because if you get too far away, it's just gonna die. But I love this map. This is exactly what I was looking for. I didn't like Die Rise that much, but I love this map. Exactly what I was looking for, because mainly it has all the old stuff. I'm an old school kind of guy. I like the old guns and just the old look. My favorite maps are the originals, you know, from World at War, like Darius and Shinonuma, because they have the old guns and the old look. I'm an old school kind of guy. I like the old, just everything old. Like, I've got a 79 truck. I love working on things, you know, and that's the area, or the era where you can work on things, you know. I don't have to worry about a computer chip going bad because there's no computer chips in my truck. Yeah, I gotta worry about, you know, maybe a gasket going bad. I won't get too techie on cars here, but you know, I might have to worry about a muffler going bad, but I don't have to worry about it not starting because a computer chip went bad, you know. Alright, I think I've went on long enough, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm so sorry about being so late. I'll try to get more regular. I'm on my third to last exam day. I'm about to get out for summer, but I am going to try to get a summer job, but hopefully that won't constrict with the channel. Alright, guys, I love you guys so much. I will see you later, and peace.